What's going on, guys? It's MOJoe, and today I'm bringing you the final episode of my Mega Crab World Record run. So this is only episode 3. If you're new to the series or something like that, maybe this is the, first and only video you've seen of this series. I only started from stage like 53 or 54 just because all the other stages are pretty easy, and I also didn't realize that I really had a chance at going for a world record, so I wasn't recording it. So that's where we're at with that. But if you saw last episode, I started loading up Rifle Zuka, and then as I rescouted that stage 57 there, I realized that I should probably bring some medics because my rifles and Zukas are going to last longer than the very, very front line of defenses. And so I was going to be encountering some rocket launchers, some regular mines. So I wanted to go ahead and use the medics to counteract some of that. So that's where we are at with that. So boosting up all my statues, that is one benefit that I get as an offensive player. I get very few benefits in this game. So it was nice to see that I was finally getting some benefit for actually attacking in this game rather than just throwing down a bunch of ice statues and cheating. So it was nice. I enjoyed this event. It was a lot of fun. Like I said in the last episode, it was ridiculously expensive to play at a high level. Whether you want to say expensive in power powder or expensive in diamonds or both, I would say both, but more so on the diamonds. If I had to estimate, this event alone cost me right around $200, maybe only $150, but probably $200, just to make sure that I was diamonding my troops and getting all the attacks in while my statues were boosted. So Supercell, if you for some reason happen to see this, make this more viable to not spend a ridiculous amount of diamonds, because on the next event like this, if it ever happens, I'm not spending this much money. So since it was a one-time deal, or seemed to be a one-time deal, I was not too against spending a good chunk of diamonds because I thought it was fun. But if it happens again, I'm definitely not spending any diamonds on that. But if you make it a little bit more possible to play some, or to play it more without spending so many diamonds, then I would probably spend a little bit. But that's super off topic, so I apologize to the viewers for that if you guys were just kind of sitting through that, like, not caring. At the very end of that attack, I made what I thought was a pretty smart play. Instead of flaring to the Doom Cannon at the very end, like when I flared my Zukas down south, instead of flaring them to the Doom Cannon and trying to get some damage off that way, I actually flared to the Critter Box and used that Critter Box to distract the Doom Cannon for a little bit of extra time. So I think that was a little bit of a smart play there. Scouting this out, I think I'm going to go with the Scorchers and Tanks, even though, they might not necessarily be, like, super ideal in this case because there's still a couple Doom Cannons. But they're pretty easy to deal with. So I think that's what I'm going to go ahead and go with. I don't think there's, like, anything super bad about the Scorchers and Tanks. I just didn't really see any other thing working necessarily any better. So went with the Scorchers and Tanks. They're pretty safe. They don't always have that star power potential, I guess, kind of like an all Zuka army or a rifle Zuka, or even like a heavy Zuka sometimes has. But they're super safe, get the job done. They just don't necessarily get more than the job done. But with like a rifle Zuka or an all Zuka raid, sometimes you can completely screw up and they get a lot less than the job done. So Um, that's that. These Doom Cannons hit so hard. So if you just noticed that, that took away almost half of one of my Scorcher's health. So these are level 9 Scorchers with 70% troop health bonus because I have my one masterpiece boosted. So, like, holy cow, these Doom Cannons hit so hard. Um, but we're gonna be able to deal with them pretty well. Just shocking them and flaring to them. Nothing too serious. Um, this is a pretty standard attack. This is still part of the setup phase that we've talked about in the past 2 episodes now. I'm just setting up for. I think I actually only have one attack left after this, and I'm trying to kind of set up for like a Smoky Zuka attack or something, but because of all those shield generators up north, that's going to be a big problem. Oh, excuse me, I had a yawn. So it's like a super bummer, cause like this is gonna be a hard finish, for stage 57. This is what I was talking about, with like my performance on stage 56 really coming back to bite me. Um, you know, if I don't finish this stage here, then I end on stage 57 because the Mega Crab event is just about over at this point. I think there's like 45 minutes or left or something. So that's like a super bummer. Um, oh, 34 minutes, and I had another yawn. So again, apologies. So this is my last attack, and it's definitely a bummer because let's just say if I do finish this, or let's say I don't finish it. I end on stage 57, like I said, but let's say I do finish it. Not only do I finish stage 57 and go to 58, but I have another attack to go ahead and just either go complete YOLO balls to the wall, Smoky Zuka or something, and try to finish stage 58. Or I can just try to rack up as much percent as I possibly can to maybe climb up another one or two leaderboard spots. So, it's just one of those things where you really have to capitalize when the opportunity is there. And, that's why I thought this event was a lot of fun, is because it allows, or it doesn't allow, it forces players to like make gutsy calls, but then be rewarded for making those gutsy calls. Whereas, like, if you just kind of, play it with Scorchers and Tanks the entire time, you might not even get past round 50. You have to be able to be proficient with a lot of different attack strategies, which I think I touched on in the first episode. But, not only do you have to be proficient with those attack strategies, but you have to be able to know when to use those, and, just like certain ins and outs that maybe can give you a little bit of an edge over some players. So I thought it was a super fun event. But like I said kind of at the beginning, if it comes out again, it really has to be cheaper to play at a high level, probably at a higher level too, like not necessarily the highest level, but you know it, you really shouldn't have to like rely on money to be able to win. That was a complete misclick flare, which kind of hurt as well. But um if like let's just say I didn't use any diamonds on this, that would have meant that I would have had to like literally full boost my statues 24/7 and just like wait for troops to train. This was like super sloppy. So this attack could have gone a heck of a lot better. It just didn't. I don't know, this last day on the Mega Crab, I just wasn't necessarily feeling it. Not making the best calls, the best plays. So huge bummer. Maybe I had the yawns that day like I do this today. and so I was just yawning during all my attacks or something. I don't know. I don't remember. It's been a hot minute since the Mega Crab's been out. So coming in with the Rifle Zuka, like, man, like right now I'm thinking like we got a chance here. Like it's not looking super great, but it's definitely not looking bad. We have a lot of riflemen, or a decent amount of riflemen. We have all of our Zukas left, but these gunboat abilities are starting to be a little too expensive for the amount of gunboat energy that I can rack up. And so, kind of a spoiler alert here, I don't finish stage 57. Really disappointed with that because I very easily could have, with either a couple better plays on this stage, or a couple better plays on on stage 56, or maybe a couple less yawns would have helped as well. So that's pretty much going to be it, guys. I think I'm going to just look around on the leaderboards, or like look around my base or something for another minute. But I also forgot, like in the last episode, I forgot to directly show, I think, my leaderboard rank. So if that doesn't pop up here on this recording, it will be attached. Hopefully, if I remember to do that, I'll attach the recording of showing my leaderboard ranking at the end of the event. So, hope you guys enjoyed. If you do want to see more, I think I'm going to do the high scores now. Yeah, so rank 7 on the US leaderboards. I'm not saying that all these guys above me modded, but they don't have proof that they didn't. And even people below me don't have proof that they didn't mod, because modding is like seriously so easy to do in this game. Or it's easy to do in any game, but like Boom Beach doesn't care, and they don't like punish people for doing it. So everyone does it at high levels basically. So big bummer, but anyway, that's going to be it, guys. Hope you enjoyed the high level Mega Crab gameplay. If you did, make sure you leave a like and a comment. Subscribe down below for future content, because I'll be putting out just more high-level Boom Beach gameplay in general. But anyway, that's pretty much going to be it. I do seriously need that feedback, though, the support for the Mega Crab, in case it does ever come back, because I don't want to keep playing it, if it does come back, because it was so expensive. So anyway, guys, thanks again for watching. Hope you have a great day, and peace out.